So, no, I wouldn't say I have a passion for HR.
Welcome back to Human Resources for the People. It's a human capital revolution. Hey, this video is going to be a book review about work rules, which is insights from inside Google that will transform how you live and lead. This will be part of a long-running series of books that I'm reading about human resources in the workplace. This was written by Laszlo Bock in 2015. It has a 4.1 on Goodreads and 42,000 want to read it. Um, I find that it has a thought-provoking exploration of the principles that govern successful workplaces and the strategies to can lead to engaging, innovating, and productivity in the workplace. Laszlo Bock was a former senior vice president of people operations at Google, and he brought in extensive experience to offer a blueprint for creating a workplace that creates top talent and also attracts it. This book is structured around 10 key principles, each one accompanied by real world examples from Google and other organizations. One of the standout features of Work Rules is that Bock is willing to share both successes and failures of Google's experiments in workplace policies. I think that really brings about authenticity to his insights and makes it relatable to the readers. He challenges conventional wisdom surrounding hiring, cultures, and leadership. A great example of this is his exhortation to pay unfairly. He says there's a reason why it's okay to pay two people in the same job completely different amounts. He uses statistics surrounding performance in order to illustrate this point. I don't really buy into it too well. I mean, the EEOC certainly doesn't, I can tell you that. However, moving on, he challenges it. He advocates for data-driven decision-making in human resources, of which I'm fully on support on. He emphasizes the importance of measuring impact of HR policies, which Google did a great job of, and offers practical advice on issues like setting compensation, fostering a culture of innovation, and promoting diversity and inclusion. One of the strengths in this book is that it's accessible. He translates complex HR concepts into clear, actionable guidelines that can be applied by organizations of any size. Writing style is pretty engaging, injects a sense of humor and humility, making it an enjoyable read. Anecdotes and case studies really work well with this. They illustrate the principles at play and also make the book quite memorable and impactful. The book is rooted in the context of Google, which is something I have a problem with. He frequently talks about Wegmans and some other businesses in the book that can do these policies just like Google. I'm very skeptical of that, and he tries to show how they're adapted to various industries, but I think he isn't that successful. The emphasis on the human element of management combined with the acknowledgement of the ever-evolving nature of work makes work rules fairly relevant and timely. I think that there is some outdated stuff with respect to this, especially surrounding remote work and what that means in the workplace. People might say that Google's success is unique and not replicable. I agree with that, but Bach tries to remind readers that the principles outlined are universal and apply across industries and different organizational scales. The emphasis on experimentation, learning from failure, and continually refining practices makes the book adaptable to different contexts. However, one thing that I will push back is that they are constantly experimenting within Google on different things, and that is truly impressive. I mean, they have turned Google into somewhat of a laboratory of human experiment. The problem is that laboratory is very small, quite narrow, and the people that are involved in those lab experiments are, again, quite small, quite narrow. So having this experimentation is great within Google, but the specific statistics that surrounded this book and the arguments that it tries to put forth are are experiments done only in one place, and that makes it quite difficult. I still think it's a must read for leaders, HR professionals, anyone trying to create a workplace that fosters creativity, innovation, and employee satisfaction. He's trying to challenge traditional HR practices in providing refreshing perspectives on how to build and sustain a high performing people centric organization. He ultimately does good job. He does a good job at attempting to challenge them using data that he has gathered there. Whether or not that data is universal, I'm not sure, but learning how to think out the box is really important on my end. And I am thankful for this book from that perspective. Let me know, have you read Work Rules? Are you going to read it as a result of this review? Leave a comment down below, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.